I am sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta tell you something. We got a server booster by the name of, what was it? Quackers? Something Quackers. I'm gonna look for it. Happy Quackers. And that human being has boosted the server 13 times. I mean, that is insane-a-roonies, I would say. Somebody either stacked those those boosts or just, went crazy with it. I have no idea how, when, and why that happened, but it certainly helps out a lot, and I'm absolutely proud to say that we are doing, I guess, the right thing on this server. So thank you very much. We got so many boosters, man. I think we have 34 boosts or something, so you guys are insane. Thank you very much. Let's get into the video. We're going to talk about... oh, look at that. I can actually get that in as well. We're going to have the update this weekend. Today's Friday. And we're going to talk about my expectations, basically. Like, what do I expect? What do I want to, drastically, happen in this game? There's a few things, because I know when they roll out an update, it's not just going to be like one element. They're usually going to drop out quite a few things in a row. It's going to be like a patch notes situation, a Rooney. And, yeah, we're going to check them out. So, let's get right into it. What do I expect, though? So, first of all, we're going to get a new dungeon, right? So, if we're going to go into the dungeons, well, it's not necessarily confirmed, but we're going to get something underwater. And I looked at the Discord. I made a video on this last week. Or was it this week? Maybe it was this week. I looked at it, and I saw exactly what I'm seeing here. So, I think we're going to get a new dungeon, which means Snow Castle will hopefully be filled out with hell, with thingamybobs and stuff and so on, so we can finish Snow Castle and actually have an infinite on it. And they might actually release the new update with probably easy. I think they will release easy on it. That's just my expectation. I just think that this is going to happen. Am I 100% sure of it? No, I'm not. But I think that might and would make sense. Now, another thing that we also know is going to come out is going to be light, which is going to be a element. And I have to see how I'm going to handle this, because right now I am rocking mythic, and I obviously want to make some videos on it. But it would be nice if we would get trading. Honestly, what do I think is light going to be? I think light is going to be a legendary, and I also think that, lightning will be nerfed, because it is probably stronger than, especially in the beginning of it, it's probably stronger than Reaper. So it really does need an overhaul, but I do think that Reaper needs a little bit of an overhaul as well, because people were showing me the Diablo skill, and the Diablo skill wasn't really good. It does like 50 to 70 damage or something like that. I mean, it's quite fast, pings quite fast, but it is still kind of okay. It's nothing really, like, I was really hyped for grinding for it for 150, and then I realized, like, is it really, like, after I've seen it, I'm like, should I really do this? So I think elements really do need an overhaul, and I think they will bring this in this update. I'm not 100% sure if Reaper is going to be in it, but there's a few things like Galaxy that needs an overhaul. There's a few things like Lightning that needs an overhaul. There's a few things like Air that needs an overhaul. There's a lot of things, and I think Dragon needs an overhaul as well. Now, there's some Dragon mains out there, so I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but I think, with Dragon, you do need a little bit of Dragon Rooney boosting. It just falls a little bit flat when it comes to the legendary category. Now, what else do I hope? Now, there's a few things that I hope for that will be released. One of them is going to be guilds. Now, I don't know if guilds are actually going to be... Like, this seems like a lot of work. The thing here is that they have had 2 weeks, because last week we didn't get anything. They were giving us a few kind of like small balancing changes, but other than that, we haven't really had a few things. They were changing around with the merchant, which I'm going to show you, by the way, right now. So they're telling me that the merchant is back at the old location. They moved him, temporarily. They moved him down here. I'm going to show you where it's going to go. It's going to go into the cave here. That's where they put him there. He was under the frog. Now, I don't know why they actually did this. Maybe to make us a little bit more, knowledgeable about this position, because maybe there will be something else, maybe another quest for something else that we can learn. So they kind of like taught us, hey, look, we're going to actually build something here. But now they put him actually back. So I'm going to go and see if I can find him at the old location, and which is going to be just simple, just down here. If you're new to the game and you just knew this location, then you're just going to follow me along the way. Everybody's already following, everybody's already going there, so we're kind of dasheroonies there. So let's see, there it is, and the merchant is back to its old place. Now let's see what we have in here. We have a corrupted shard that I could possibly get with 1.9k gems, but that's a hell nah for me, because first of all, I don't have those gems. I mean, I could have gotten them, but nah, bro, that's just too many gemmaroonies. So we're gonna get a new dungeon, which means the Azure, whatever chestplate this is not gonna be up to date. There will be more stuff to grind for, and I'm absolutely interested in seeing that. Now, there's a few possible things that are also gonna get dropped into the game, and I would probably say it might be trading or guilds. I don't know if they really are going to drop this right now. I mean, a guild system is complex. Same goes for the trading. It's kind of complex as well, but you know, it's possible. It's possible that we're gonna get one of them at least, but it's not 100%, so I can't necessarily promise anything, but I think it's possible. But I think they kind of want to live on the hype just a little bit, so they will kind of like drop a few less updates, and they will put things in line. I think they could easily code this in 2 weeks. I think it's possible, but on the other hand, like, do you want to like just dish out so much stuff? I would be absolutely happy and fine if they would just release one of them, and that would be trading. Trading is good for me because I could actually like trade my gems and my gold to another character, which then means I could showcase more elements. I'm actually kind of like waiting for that. I mean, I could possibly use the time and just like go for it and do whatever is done to make an account, but I don't necessarily, I'm a little lazy on this one because I do have a tight upload schedule, so that is basically what I believe is going to happen. Now, we all know that Light is going to come out, and I'm really interested in what Light does, because if you guys remember Light from Blox Fruits, for example, there were like a lot of ranged attacks in there, so I believe that there's going to be like a light like a waterfall, like how do I call this, like a lightning strike with light. I believe that on distance is a possible thing, maybe like a boost or something, like a I don't know what that thing is called in English way. Let me Google that. English, and that is it's like a beam. Yeah, beam. Sorry, it was like a light beam. I do kind of like imagine that maybe go in there. I mean, if we could fly, that would be insane with light, because that would be funny too. I mean, that would be kind of just a thing like to mess around in here. I don't really think we need it, but you could kind of make an attack with it where you just like fly, you just like float a little bit above the ground, and then you like anything you touch, you damage. So that is a possibility. You have like a little bit of a beam on the legs, and you can just like fly around with a little bit more speed and then destroy everything around there. So yeah, that is definitely possible, and I think it's something that could definitely happen in the game. And my biggest expectation out of all of this, I'm gonna tell you right. Oh, sorry, I just ate. My biggest expectation out of all of it right now is just that they're on time. That they're gonna drop it on Saturday, like every other Roblox game. I would truly wish for that to happen. But if it doesn't, I guess that's fine, because everybody's kind of like always getting ready on Saturdays to make the videos, including me, because on Sundays I'm always a little bit of a, like, I take a day of a week for myself. I mean, I still upload 3 videos a day, but they're maybe not as high, thought, or maybe as crazy thought through as the other ones. Now, another thing that is actually possible in this update is a new quest line, because if we let me just quickly go onto the Discord server, and they do have a little bit of a informational poll on there. I just have to quickly find this sneaks polls. There it is. They ask a lot, so they are probably going to do some changes. It actually says, does jungle dungeon take too long? And I actually voted for yes. 2,100 people voted for yes, that the jungle dungeon, which is right over here, is taking too long, and I believe it is kind of quite long. It takes a while to do, and I think it doesn't have to be that long if we get a new dungeon, because I think Snow Castle is already quite long. So they could have it's a possibility that they would probably make it a little bit shorter than it is right now. Now, another thing is remove the FOV change when using an ability, which I personally think is also a good idea, because it was very annoying sometimes. I guess for lightning is actually pretty good because you're going to go in range, but if I'm going to do the scythe slice, the FOV kind of doesn't really make any sense, you know, because it is a close combat skill, and I think it's absolutely misplaced in that regard. Now, if I'm using the summon skeletons, you have the same thing. It doesn't really matter if I have a field of view or not. I can just bring in the skeletons and they will, it doesn't matter if I'm like zoomed out like here or first person, they will just, you know, spawn next to me, and, you know, it's not necessarily important. So I think they should definitely remove that, and I think they will. To be honest, I think they will. Yeah, okay, so we have a few more things that were said in there. Make bosses harder. Now, some people, the majority of people actually said yes, so it's possible that we're gonna get a few harder bosses, but I think if they make the bosses harder, they should up the percentage of the loot gain, because, you know, if there's nothing that's going to change and we're just going to attack harder bosses without getting better loot, it's kind of, I don't know, it's like not really productive, is it? Okay, and another thing, and one of the last things is, will adding more uses for Lunar Shards make challenges worth it? And everybody said basically yes, and it does make sense. The challenges are kind of useless because the Lunar Shard, I don't need the Lunar Shards anymore. I don't have to farm them because it was just for Dash V2. I do have videos on it, make sure to check them out. And on the other side, like, what else? Why should I do that? Because I'm kind of like, I get 35k and I can make like 25k in Snow Castle, and I do get much more experience. I think they should definitely bump up that as well, and just release. I think it's kind of like not really nice that you have to, like, that we have a timer here. We should have to be able to have the choice when it comes to challenges. Do you want to do an Ancient Tomb challenge? Do you want to do a Snow Castle challenge? Do you want to do a jungle challenge? You know, underwater world challenge, whatever. They should give us the option to actually create those rooms and not actually wait on time refresher, because that is kind of a little bit stupid. I gotta be completely honest, I don't like it. Now, another thing they said is Lux buggy? And obviously everyone said yes, so they might actually fix Lux as well. Lux is the latest skill from Angel. Yeah, so yeah, it is, and I hope that they will. And they might actually do something about the mastery grind. So these are all the possibilities that we have that are going to come out on this hopeful day on Saturday. I really hope that we're going to get some nice updates along the way, and I'm super stoked about it. I hope that I'm going to finally have something to grind for again, because I got to be completely honest, the leaderboard is not it. I mean, I do kind of like always get into the top 500 or whatever, but the leaderboard is just not it. I think these rewards are laughable for a leaderboard player. So, you know, just to be in the top 100, you could just like take everything else out. Like, why do we have 0.5 and it's going to give us 20 gems? It's basically a laugh, a middle finger into your face. It just feels like it. So I hope that they will just, you know, make a few adjustments to the leaderboard. And I don't know why we have this top 25, top 5, top 1, top 05, top 02, top 01. I don't know. It's just weird. Look at this. This is 9%. We have 8%. There's 2%. I mean, it's just too much. It's just too much. I think they should overhaul the leaderboard system by a ton. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Tell me what you expect in the comment section below. I kind of want to know what you think is going to happen in the new update dropping either today, tomorrow, or after tomorrow. I'm really stoked about it. If you really want to join a nice, cool, chilled, safe environment on Discord, you can come onto our Discord server. I linked the link in the Discord in the comment section below in the info box. You can join there. You can get in touch with me. You can get in touch with, you know, the staff team and everybody on it. We were a really cool bunch of, you know, cool people, like to hang out. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you very much for watching. I see you on the other side, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Peace out.